everyone, Jess here, and today I'm joined with Greg Ombach from Airbus. Thank you so much for joining me today, Greg.
Hi, Jess, and thank you very much for having me here today.
It's great to have you. So, of course, in your role, you're right at the cutting edge of innovation and progress in aerospace. Where are we seeing the most innovation, and how do you think it's going to reshape the industry for the years to come?
Look, it's so great to be in this industry during these next years to come, because this next decade or so is going to be defining the next 30, 50 years in the industry. You know, I had the opportunity working in the various other industries, like the telco business, where the lifetime of the product was something like few years, like 2, 3, 4 years, and you had a new one. In automotive, where I spent some time, lifetime of the product was about, I would say, 7, 12 years. Now, aerospace, the lifetime of the product is 30, 50 years. It's really very long. Therefore, what we do now is going to be defining the years to come, how we are going to be moving from A to B.
Absolutely, and I guess when you have a product with a life cycle that long, you have to really think about future-proofing when you're looking at innovation.
You know, it's you have to take the best what you have and to put it on your products, because you know it's going to be very long on this product. Therefore, you know, everything what is connected to aerodynamics, to the things which you cannot change very quickly, like wings and so on, this has to be bulletproof. They are the things which you can change afterwards if you think about the cabin and how the connectivity is going to be happening there. All kind of these things are then, you can update it every few years. But the aircraft as such, after the certification, will remain with us for years.
Absolutely. And then can you talk me through any of the ongoing projects that are happening at Airbus that are really captivating your attention?
Look, we are driving so many exciting projects. I am so passionate to be in this industry for the years to come, because what we are looking is, we know there are probably two big challenges which we have in front of us. The one challenge is we have to decarbonize this industry. It means by 2050, we have to everything what's possible to be carbon neutral. And this is going to require, on the one side, for example, introducing the improvements in the current fleets by replacing with the newer aircrafts, which is going to bring already 20-30% of the fuel consumption improvement. But it is not enough. We have to do more. And therefore, the next big step is bringing the sustainable aviation fuel into the global use. Today, we are below 1% global use, and it has to grow rapidly during the next years. Now, the next thing which is very important is what kind of changes we are going to be seeing on the next aircraft generation. And here we are talking about the aerodynamics, as for example, bring the new wings, which are more like glider wings, which is going to bring us additional about 10% improvement, hopefully. But here are coming new challenges. The new wing is going to be much more longer, much more smoother and longer. Therefore, you have to fold the tips of the wing. And we are doing the great project in our subsidiary. We call it UpNext. And UpNext is working on the disruption in that area. We call it extra performance wing. We are doing in the scale of the 1/3. We are going to be flying the Cessna with the new wing, which has the foldable tips. We have the new sensors on board, and is going to be proving that this new wing concept is going to bring the performance you would like to be seeing on the future aircraft as well. And another example, which is more futuristic, there's a lot of the work which we are doing in the direction of the smart automation, because we believe that the second opportunity is that the number of aircrafts during the next 20 years or so is going to be doubling. Today, every 2 seconds, one Airbus aircraft is landing and taking off. In 20 years from now, there are going to be every second one Airbus aircraft is going to be landing and taking off. Therefore, this is causing that we are going to have a lot of the opportunities, but at the same time, we have to improve the safety. It means more aircrafts. We have to keep the safety levels as they are today or better. And in order to do so, we have to introduce the new ways how those aircrafts interacting each other with the air traffic management systems, as an example. Therefore, on the one side, the aircraft is going to be improving. On the other hand, the entire air traffic management system is going to be improving as well in order to accommodate these more aircrafts. And now, if we think about the challenges, the opportunities here, the smart automation is going to provide more safety. It's going to remove the workload from the pilots in some critical phases, and then of course having always the pilot in the loop. And here, in order to do so, we need also the new sensors. And the new sensors are coming from the industry, like automotive, for example. We are talking about radars, lidars. And also the one interesting sensor which we see coming as a next generation is all about the quantum, to measure the position of the aircraft in aerospace. If, for example, you don't have available GPS and you would like to use this sensor for smart automation, parallel to the computer vision, which is going to be the eyes for the aircraft as well.
Fantastic. And of course, I mean, that just illustrates what a range of ongoing projects there are within Airbus, and I'm sure these are just a small sample of the spectrum that's going through there. Do you find any common challenges across these areas of innovation? Is it all to do with safety, or are there other things that underpin or hold back progress?
Oh, the challenge which is coming already with the nature of industry, first of all, anything what we do is safety relevant. Therefore, the safety is the priority number one, and we cannot compromise on that one. And the second one is all about the life cycle. It means, if you'd like to bring the new technologies quicker, sometimes it's not possible because the life cycle of the products are there as they are. Therefore, from that perspective, you have to find a combination how you are bringing these new technologies and preparing them for the next generation. And here, if we are thinking about, for example, everything what is connected to AI, computer vision, general artificial intelligence, or generative artificial intelligence to be correct, because general AI will come next, but generative one we already using in the no critical areas. Then here we have to work together with the regulators in order to ensure that we are allowed to put such kind of new solutions on board of our aircraft in the future. And if you think about the computer vision, as I mentioned already before, this requires also the AI models which are trained and are able to recognize different objects. And this has to be certified in order to ensure that it's going to be safe in use. And saying that, I think these are the more or less the challenges which I see. It means another one is going in direction of the cross-sector collaboration and how we are implementing innovations which are happening from the outside of our enterprises, and how we can onboard them very quickly into our solutions. Therefore, I think it's a combination of the internal challenges which we have to overcome, but also how we collaborate with the others to ensure that we are taking the best out of the entire ecosystem.
Fantastic. And then the next question is quite a tricky one, but if you had to pick one technology that you're most excited about in aerospace, which would it be?
It will be not one. I think at least we have to talk about the three, because it's on the one side is everything what I mentioned about AI, but mostly going direction of agentic AI and how AI will go to the edge, and we are going to be seeing it on our mobiles, on our robots, on the aircrafts and so on. This is one. The second one, if I will build on this, is all around the next generation, what the quantum is going to be bringing, and here mostly about the quantum sensors. I am really very passionate about the change the quantum is going to be doing in this industry as well. And the third one is about energy. And hydrogen, the SAF, all of this is important, but in order to generate this, you need the green source of energy, or solar or wind, or other kind of the green sources. But I am passionate more about this, what is coming as a next wave. It's all about microfusion. If the microfusion is going to be really delivering on the promises as we see now, then we are going to have the green energy source of energy, which is going to be used for creating synthetic fuels and hydrogen, or green hydrogen, but also it has a potential, if we can monitorize it during the years to come, to be seeing it on the next generation of the aircraft and powering the aircraft directly in the air. Therefore, I think these three areas, from the digitization like AI, the quantum technologies which is connected with this, and then the new energy sources, it is where I see the biggest disruptions coming from, and I'm passionate about.
Fantastic. And then you joined us on the stage earlier, and I'm lucky to be speaking with you now. What made you decide to join us at Aerospace Tech Week today?
Look, the Aerospace Tech Week is the one of the important places where the different players are coming together. As I mentioned already before, it's not just about the enterprises driving their developments and innovation and disruptions. It's about opening up to other industries, it's opening up to other sectors like defense, for example, but also opening up to the new players like startups. And if we just walk around here and we see the vast of the different options, and having those startup corners as well, where the young entrepreneurs are bringing the new ideas and connecting them with the enterprise like ourselves, I think there's a value for having the Aerospace Tech Week and being here and having those exchanges as we have now.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, Hugo.
Thank you very much, Jess, and then see you next time.